January 1996, Magic Johnson decides to come back. He's 36 years old, 255 pounds, looking more like a center than the point guard who ran Showtime. Everyone says he's too old, too heavy, too far removed from the game. But then, with the forum watching, he does something to Latrell Sprewell that makes Chick Hearn lose his mind on the broadcast. We'll get to that. But here's the thing, this comeback, people remember it as a failure, a sad ending to a legendary career. They're wrong. Let me show you what really happened.
I have no problem with it,
Well, I'm happy for him. If he feels healthy enough to play, I don't think he'll have any problem competing in this league.
It's great. Glad I'm gonna be able to see him Friday.
First of all, I was surprised to hear that.
Magic Johnson once said, "We used to love the road, to go out and display our road show. We would go strutting into arenas and just about name what we are going to do. One thing we took pride in was breaking streaks. We used to love it when teams had won like 11 games in a row at home, and then we would come in and beat them by 20. That was Showtime." But Showtime ended abruptly. November 7th, 1991, the shocking announcement, Magic is retiring. December 1991, rumors circulate after he is quoted saying, "I haven't ruled anything out." He later said he was misquoted. September 1992, Magic wins Olympic gold in Barcelona and announces his return. November 1992, he plays exhibition games, then retires again just before the regular season starts. March 1994, he becomes Lakers coach for the final 16 games, retires from coaching with a 5-11 record. June 1994, he buys a part of the team. May 1995, more comeback rumors. July 18th, he shuts them down. "That's it. It's all over. I will move on with my businesses and have a good time with my family." 4 years, 4 false starts. Every time Magic tried to come back to the game he loved, something stopped him. But in January 1996, watching his Lakers stumble to a 24-18 record, he couldn't stay away. "I don't know how to come back with a team like this," he said. "I'd be fighting with somebody out here." He started practicing with them anyway. This would not be Showtime. This would be the Late Show, a different Magic in a different role with a different body. His position was now point forward. He said he studied tapes of his longtime rival, Larry Bird. At 36, he was 25 pounds heavier and a lot stronger from weight training. Rather than run the show at point guard, where he couldn't possibly match up with Tim Hardaway or Rod Strickland, Magic had to take his game inside, pounding the boards, posting up, stretching defenses. "I know I'm 5 steps slower," he said, "but the hook shot is still there." Even Dennis Rodman saw the change coming. "I don't see him playing a shot-down guy too much," Rodman said. "I see him going to point guard and going down low. Let him do that because it is just too physical down low." "I've got power inside," Johnson said. "I know what to do and I know what not to do. I'm not coming back thinking I'll be Magic Johnson at age of 20. That would be stupid, but I still know how to play this game." He wasn't Generation X. He was the Generation Double XX Large, 255 pounds, the Late Show. Critics asked if Magic's not grabbing a defensive board and charging up court for a no-look pass to James Worthy flying in for a dunk. What is the point? Is anybody going to get goosebumps watching him post up Joe Smith? January 30th, 1996, Lakers vs. Warriors. Magic checks in with 9:39 left in the first quarter. The forum erupts for a standing ovation. His retired jersey still hangs on the wall alongside Worthy, Abdul-Jabbar, West, Chamberlain and Baylor. But this isn't Showtime anymore. They're calling it the Lake Show. Magic takes his spot on the right side of the lane for free throws, right next to rookie Joe Smith. Jerome Kersey makes both attempts. The action goes to the other end. Van Exel feeds the ball into the new power forward on the low post. Johnson backs Smith down, but his short hook hits the front rim. The crowd groans. 2 minutes later, his first assist. 2 minutes after that, his first basket. A short runner driving right, then a left-handed hook in the lane. And then it happened, the moment that proved Magic Johnson was still Magic Johnson. Magic followed his own miss. Eldon Campbell grabbed the rebound and fed it back. Latrell Sprewell spread his wings to defend. Magic pretended to pass the basketball in the general direction of Hollywood Park. Sprewell bit hard. lunging in the direction of the kid with a towel who mopped up the sweat. On radio and TV, Chick Hearn called it, he fell for it like a carp going after a worm. Magic laid it up and in. After the game, someone asked Sprewell what he thought of that fake. "Hey, what could I think?" Sprewell said. "He got me." That was a sweet move. Golden State never led, not once. The Lakers won 128-118, the highest score any opponent had put on the Warriors all season. In 27 minutes, Magic had 19 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds. Dream Team teammate Chris Mullin said it best. All the good things he used to do, he still does. He'll find your man if you turn your head for a minute. He'll never lose that. Nervous? Magic said after the game, anybody would be. It's been a long time. Everything is brand new in a sense. It is almost like my first NBA game. He smiled. It reminded him of his actual first game, 1979, when rookie Magic celebrated a Kareem hook shot against San Diego by jumping into the captain's arms. There was none of that frenzy this time, but the magic, that was still there. One game, that is all it took to silence the doubters. But here's where the story takes a turn, because 3 days later, Magic was about to face the greatest team in basketball history. And that game showed everyone exactly what he was up against. 3 days later, reality arrived in the form of the 72-win Chicago Bulls. I was so excited about having the chance to play against the Bulls, and Michael, Magic said. I didn't look at it like, oh man, this could be my last chance. I hadn't thought about that. The game drew press from across the globe. L'Equipe from France, TV4 from Sweden, outlets from Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Argentina, Australia, Spain and Italy. TNT expected to break the cable record for a regular season NBA game. The world wanted to see Magic versus Michael one more time. The Bulls dismantled the Lakers 99-84. Rodman grabbed 23 rebounds. It wasn't close. But Jordan understood what Magic was going through. He'd been there himself just a year earlier. I didn't get my rhythm back for a while, Jordan said. I like to feel like you can predict the situation. These are the things that you lose touch with, and it is tough to get that rhythm back. Last year, I was doing things I knew I could get to, but physically, I couldn't get to it. This year, I feel more comfortable. He's going to deal with that. Jordan also pointed out what everyone could see. I don't have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to throw the ball to, or James Worthy. He had to adjust. I had to make adjustments too. I came back to no Horace Grant or John Paxson or BJ Armstrong. Magic wasn't returning to Showtime. He was returning to Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones and Cedric Ceballos. Good young players, but not champions. So Magic couldn't beat the Bulls. Nobody could that year. They won 72 games. But what really threatened this comeback wasn't Michael Jordan or Dennis Rodman. It was what was happening inside his own locker room.
See, Michael is like that. That's why you almost can't beat him. And Danny knows. See, he'll smile with you. See, he'll smile with Charles, and then he'll go kill him.
Magic kept playing. The Lakers kept winning. 22-10 with him in the lineup. But the young players didn't always appreciate what Magic represented. In April, Nick Van Exel showed referee Ron Garrison and got suspended 7 games. Then Cedric Ceballos, the team's leading scorer with AWOL, missed a team flight. The Lakers found him days later jet skiing in Arizona. Jordan, watching from Chicago, had something to say about that generation. You want to remind young players, you didn't make yourself that $9 million you're making. Don't kid yourself. The only reason you're making $9 million is because of Michael, Larry and myself. The guys who built TV revenue where it is, they had no hand in making NBA properties a billion-dollar business, believe me. They better understand they have something to give back. Magic tried to hold it together. When Ceballos returned, he said, "The fun was gone last week, but tonight the fun was back. We are happy because we are one big happy family again. We are playing winning basketball, but the cracks were showing. Even opposing coaches could see Magic willing this team forward." Orlando's Brian Hill said, "Magic is the guy that makes that whole thing go. His energy, his intelligence, his pushing the basketball out there on the open floor, is their spirit. He wills them to win right now. And that is what the greatest players in the game do. One man willing a fractured team to win. That was the 1996 Lakers." The Lakers finished 53-29, earning the 4th seed. Magic played 32 games, averaging 14.6 points, 6.9 assists, and 5.7 rebounds. Solid numbers for anyone, remarkable for a 36-year-old who hadn't played in 4.5 years. But the playoffs brought Hakeem Olajuwon and the defending champion Houston Rockets. The Lakers lost the series 3-1. Magic's final game came on April 29, 1996. 15 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds in a losing effort. 2 weeks later, on May 14th, Magic Johnson retired for good. People called the 1996 comeback a failure, a sad ending. They're wrong. Magic came back at 36, 25 pounds heavier, to a team full of young players who didn't understand what winning meant. He went 22-10, he made the playoffs, he proved that even when showtime was over, even when the legs were gone and the no-look passes had to become post moves, Magic Johnson could still will a team to wins. The comeback didn't fail, the team around him did. And that's pretty well fake. That was Magic, reminding everyone the skills never leave. They just find new ways to show up.